Hello, and welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am the host, Thomas Anglero, and my mission for this podcast is to share with you those private thoughts and reflections that I have, being one of the top keynote speakers around the world on technology, motivation, and innovation. I hope you truly enjoy all the lessons I share, all the dots I connect that sometimes are just really difficult to get out, but it's all for you. I truly hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am Thomas Anglero, and I want to talk about how to get things done in your life. What is that, or what is one key way that you could break through all the obstacles, all of the hands and arms that are holding you back, all of the mental thoughts, all of the blockages that you can't see beyond and you're so frustrated? How do you actually become who you are meant to be? The key is to visualize who you are that next Monday morning when you are that person you're meant to be. At 7 a.m. Let me explain. I have been, like you, probably so frustrated that feeling like, I cannot break through. Feel like I'm being held back, and being held back not by others. Never blame anybody else. Being held by myself. Why am I holding myself back? What are these thoughts that I don't want to think? What are these things I don't want to do? And then I realized, after sitting down thinking really, really hard, going for many, many walks, I realized that the key is to say to yourself, who do I want to be? What is that person do I want to be? Do I want to be an Olympic swimmer? Do I want to be a boss? Do I want to be whatever your visual, a violinist playing at Carnegie Hall? I want to be a teacher. I want to be a CEO of a company. Who are you and what are you? What are you doing if you are that person? Okay? You're that person now. Follow me. See yourself as that person. Now, come Monday, what are you doing at 7 o'clock in the morning to prepare or to start your day? That level of visualization. What are you doing at 7 a.m.? If you are an Olympic swimmer, what does an Olympic swimmer do Monday at 7 a.m.? Now, you're not an Olympic swimmer yet. But to get to be that Olympic swimmer, what are you doing Monday morning at 7 a.m.? From where you are now to that Olympic swimmer you were meant to be. What are you doing Monday morning at 7 a.m. if you are meant to be the CEO, but you're not a CEO today? So what would that CEO be doing Monday morning? They would be setting up meetings. They would be sending emails. They would be training. What would they be doing? What are you going to be doing to get there? What do you need? What do you know you need to do? Do you know you need to lose some weight? Monday morning, 7 a.m., what do you know you need to be doing to be that person with that physical body that's so amazing that you know you can achieve? What do you need to be doing Monday morning at 7 a.m.? You want to be a doctor. You're not a doctor yet. You're in medical school. What do you need to be doing Monday morning at 7 a.m.? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm repeating this over and over again. That level, that's the way you visualize. People say visualization is the key, and then they stop it there and they'll tell you how. That's how. You say to yourself, I see who I am. there. I see who I am meant to be. Matter of fact, I see it. I'm there. I'm actually there. I am the CEO. I am the Olympic swimmer. I am the teacher. I see it. So Monday morning at 7 a.m., this is what I need to do for me to get there. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. But it's worth it. What are you doing Monday morning at 7 a.m.? I'm pausing because I want you to answer that question. What are you going to do this Monday morning at 7 a.m.? I believe this works for everything in your life, but one area. You can't change the way other people think. You can't change somebody's free will. So you say to yourself, I see myself being married to this person. It is not going to work. Because then that person has free will. You can't change them. This works. You work on changing you. You cannot change someone else. That is their life. So what is it you're going to be doing Monday morning at 7 a.m. that you are going to make the change, that you're going to make the adjustment, that you're going to add to your life, or maybe you're going to take away from your life? If we go to the eating thing, maybe you shouldn't be having another cup of coffee. I had a friend of mine, he had 26 cups of coffee a day. Yeah, he really needs to make a change Monday morning at 7 a.m. What change do you need to make that doesn't involve someone else? Go forth and spread beauty and light. This is a simple but insanely difficult, because if you truly, truly, truly want to be that person, it's going to be painful as hell to have this conversation with your head and say, I need to do this. That means you need to do something. You need to make a choice. It means you have to make a decision. And to do that, it means you have to own your life. Whether you are a student or whether you are a 50, 60 or you're a person or a retired person, you need to own your life right now. Right now. Stop wasting the hours, the days. Your hours and days are precious. You don't get them back. It's no one else's fault that you've wasted that time. You cannot say because someone didn't do something or something didn't happen, that's where you are. You are where you are because you choose to be in that chair, or laying in that bed, or working in that horrible job. At many levels, it is your choice. And some levels, it's a necessity to work, a crappy job to pay the bills. But while you're working that crappy job, they don't own your mind. I worked in a factory. I dropped out of school, had a full scholarship, playing basketball, dropped out of that university. Right in the middle of the year. I did not belong there. That was not my destiny. My payment for that was after that, I dropped out, I worked in a factory. Hot as hell. I remember it was 120 degrees. We were working underneath the ovens as the bread came out of the ovens. And then they would rotate around in the coolers above us. It was hot. 8-hour shift at 120 degrees. Did that for over 6 months. And during that time of that crappy job, they didn't own my mind. They owned my body. I was moving that bread. But my mind was free to think. I don't deserve to be here. I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. I'm sweating 8 hours a day. And I need to do some overtime. So that means I'm going to sweat for 10 hours a day. I don't deserve to be here. Who am I? What do I visualize? What do I need to do Monday morning at 7 a.m. to be that person I'm meant to be? What are you going to do this Monday morning at 7 a.m. so you are the person you are meant to be? No excuses. What are you going to do Monday morning, 7 a.m.? What is it that leads you down that path? And after 7 a.m. and after you do it, what should you be doing at 8 a.m.? What should you be doing at 9? What should you be doing at noon? What time do you take lunch? How do you take lunch? What are you thinking while you take lunch? Go to that level of detail. Visualize it all. When you're sitting at the lunch table, are you sitting at a lunch table? Are you sitting outside getting some sun because you've been working hard the whole day? Are you sitting inside at your desk eating lunch while you're still working because you're so committed? There is no right and wrong. There's just visualization of what you need to do to get your life done. Do not think about anybody else. Do not use about anyone else's categories or what they say is that's what a CEO does. That is bull. You are the CEO. You write the book. Rich people don't walk around with these expensive handbags. Rich people, they just walk. They don't care about expensive handbags. Nobody said that. That's poor people coming up and writing those books of how you're supposed to behave. Well, don't fall for that trap. Rich people are supposed to drive Porsches and Ferraris. Rich people don't need to drive Porsche and Ferraris. They could buy the Porsche and Ferrari factory. You don't need to drive the car. That's poor people thinking. CEOs are supposed to, don't listen to that crap. You are the CEO. Show me what a CEO is supposed to do. Do not listen to anybody else. It is okay that you eat alone. It is okay that you work 12, 14 hours a day. You write the book. It's your life. Don't ever let anyone else's opinions, thoughts, their insecurities attempt to write your life script. You write your life script. Don't look for an answer on social media as to what are people supposed to do and how you're supposed to behave. Whatever you see on social media, that ain't you. When you get there, you be you. And then that's what's meant to be. I'm Thomas Anglero, holding back my yelling because I don't think I need to yell on this one. This is a serious one, as they all are. How serious are you taking your life? How serious do you want to change? Seriously. How serious do you want to change your life? Then you have that hard discussion with yourself about who you are and who you are meant to be. Then you see it. Then you taste it. You see yourself in that room or that space or that swimming pool or that hall or in that surgical room operating on someone, or you see yourself dancing, or you see yourself being a great mom or dad. then what are you doing Monday morning at 7? How do you start that day? What does it feel like? What's the fabric of the table that you're sitting at if you're having breakfast? Visualize to that level, and no one's going to stop you because no one's as committed to you as you are. I believe in you. I believe that these tough moments, these tough conversations define us. It creates us. It moves us away from everyone else. And that's the problem. We molded ourselves too much like everyone else, and we forgot who we are. You've forgotten who you are. You are your own mold. You are your own clay. The fingers that molded you are your fingers. It's no one else's. So mold, baby. Mold. Monday morning at 7 o'clock, how are you going to mold you? What shape you going to be in? What voice you going to have? What energy you going to radiate? What commitment you have to yourself? I'm excited for you. I love you. Until next time. Thank you for listening to that episode. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my website at Anglero.com, and you can also subscribe to the newsletter, or you can find me anywhere on social media with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you very soon.